Ready?
Yep.
Get ready. Peas. That's so stupid. That was great. Alright, 101 was fine. What's up guys, my name is Kai, welcome back to my channel Street Beast TV, and today we're talking about protein. Alright, so I'm sure everybody knows the importance of having protein in the diet, especially if you're an athlete, but just very briefly, protein helps repair damaged muscle tissues. When you work out, you tear your muscle tissues, and then protein will help repair the muscle tissues, and ideally it'll be stronger than last time.
Where do you get your protein?
So protein, where do you get your protein?
Bitch, peas.
But isn't animal protein better for gains?
Not necessarily, and you know, it's very controversial. It depends on the way you look at it and many different things, and I don't want to get too in depth with this, but this video is more of my opinion and my own research, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Do your own research after this video. I'll link some videos in the description below that go more in depth on this topic, but I believe that plant protein is way more superior to animal protein. And just for like a quick example so you have a visual, did you know that protein doesn't actually come from animals? Protein actually originates in plants.
All that protein that you get when you eat a steak or a hamburger, where did it come from? It came from the plants that the cow ate.
I was surprised to learn that all protein originates in plants. Cows, pigs, and chickens, it turns out, are just the middlemen. In fact, the largest study to compare the nutrient intake of meat eaters with plant eaters showed that the average plant eater not only gets enough protein, but 70% more than they need. Even meat eaters like me get roughly half of their protein from plants.
So if you're getting your protein from plants, you're essentially going straight to the source and cutting the middleman out. Another common argument I hear is that plants are incomplete proteins, and again, do your own research. Basically, if you're eating enough calories, it's so hard to miss an amino acid unless you're like starving in Africa or on a super low calorie diet.
Again, I was surprised to discover that every single plant contains all the essential amino acids in varying proportions. And when it comes to gaining strength and muscle mass, research comparing plant and animal protein has shown that as long as the proper amount of amino acids are consumed, the source is irrelevant.
And that's pretty consistent with the longevity studies of the centenarians, people that live to be 100. They have very low protein diets. Think about gorillas. Gorillas are these massive, huge muscular animals that we resemble. We have a very close anatomy to apes, and they're fruitarians. They eat very low protein.
This whole fantasy that we need meat to get our protein, it's actually bullshit. I mean, look at a gorilla. A gorilla will fuck you up in 2 seconds. What does a gorilla eat?
So those are just like quick examples of how little protein we actually need. But as athletes, I think our requirements are much higher because of the stress that we put on our muscles. And so I believe it's more closer to the 0.6 to 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. And I don't think I would ever recommend anything higher than 1 pound per pound of body weight. But I don't think we need as much protein as we were led to believe, especially with all the supplement companies telling us to smash the protein powders and stuff. Alright, so let's talk about some of my own personal favorite protein sources. We're going to start off with TVP, which is this one right here. This one's actually not TVP. TVP is it stands for textured vegetable protein, and it comes from the soybean, but this one specifically comes from the pea. So this is pea protein, and basically they just isolate the protein from the peas and they make it into this like cereal like consistency. You can see it kind of just like looks like flakes, and what it does is this absorbs any sauces or any spices that you put into it, and it becomes almost like a meat crumble. It's great for like tacos or for meat pasta sauces and stuff like that. It's super high in protein, and TVP is dirt cheap. I mean, this is so cheap and so easy to sprinkle on any meal that you want. So definitely one of my biggest recommendations is textured vegetable protein. Alright, so the next one is one of my favorites, and this is, well, correction, they're all my favorites. Point of this video. Duh. Nutritional yeast, also known as nooch. It has a very cheesy-like taste to it. And I actually don't know where this comes from. I was trying to Google it really quick for you guys, and all it says is nutritional yeast is made from molasses, which is harvested and then dried to deactivate the yeast. But I don't like saying nutritional yeast, so just call it nooch. It tastes really good, bro. Trust me. Nooch.
No, the name just gets
Nooch. Yo, let me get some nooch. Alright, so these two are pretty much like my favorite ways to increase the protein in a meal. They're so easy, they're tasty. Nooch is just amazing on everything. I literally just pour it on everything. Now let's get into the more commonly known ones. Beans, if you don't know, are pretty high in protein, and these are legumes in general. The two beans that I like to use are garbanzo beans. These taste really good, you know, they absorb flavor very well. And they are also very dirt cheap. If you buy them dry, like, they're so inexpensive, and even canned is not that expensive either. All right, and the next two we're gonna talk about is tofu, which I'm sure a lot of you know, I've heard of before, and another one that's less commonly known is tempeh. Both products are really high in protein. This one especially is fermented, so it's actually good for your gut bacteria as well. All right, the next one we're gonna talk about is mushrooms. People actually don't know, but mushrooms are really high in protein. They're very low in calories, so you have to eat a lot of mushrooms to get a lot of protein from it, but the macronutrient ratio is really high in protein, so the more mushrooms you put, you can actually bump up the protein in a meal pretty easily. All right, and then the last one is protein powder. These are the two that I use, but guys, protein powder is not necessary. This is just something that tastes good. When I make smoothies, sometimes I'll put it in. Sometimes my smoothies have no protein powder in them, but they're convenient, and that's pretty much it. They're not essential, but if you're running low on time, it's a very convenient way to put in a scoop to get some protein for the day instead of like cooking an actual meal. But yeah, protein powder is probably the most expensive out of all of them, and you know, you don't need it. But yeah, I do love protein ice creams and smoothie bowls once in a while. Alright guys, so for the first meal I'm going to show you how I make my high protein savory breakfast waffles. I know, waffles are usually not savory, but trust me, this works really well. So this is pretty much everything I'm going to use to make the actual waffles. I'm going to put it all here in a bowl, and I'll also put the ingredients on the screen right now so you guys can see it. And yeah, we're going to just mix this up, make the waffle batter, and pour it into the waffle maker. And all you just need is the waffle maker, obviously, some measuring spoons, and the right ingredients, and we're ready to go. Alright guys, so this is the final product. This is one of my favorite go-to breakfasts. It tastes so good. It's really high in protein. We have the chickpea flour, which obviously is beans. We use the TVP that we talked about earlier. We use the nooch in the mix, and we're gonna pour some on top because this stuff is just like super addicting and makes everything taste so good. And to make it more of like that breakfast taste as well, I used the Beyond sausage from Beyond Meat. The breakfast sausage, and that just gives it that like breakfast taste. And yeah, I absolutely love this meal. It's really easy to make. The waffles also give it a nice little crunch as well. So and our official taste tester is my cameraman Happy. He's not vegan, so he's gonna give this a taste test for you guys. Oh yeah, I put a little bit of ketchup as well. I love ketchup. I put it on everything, but obviously not necessary.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You approve?
I approve.
You approve.
I approve.
Happy approves. How awesome that his name is Happy. Alright guys, so for the next recipe we're going to do a high protein Mexican style burrito or taco, whichever one you prefer. I just want to show you guys the protein sources that I'm going to use that makes it like really high in protein. First of all is beans. I'm going to use red kidney beans. Again, dirt cheap. If you buy them dry, even cheaper, like pennies, but you can buy it canned or in a carton already. Much faster to make. You can use black beans, pinto beans, whatever you want, but I like this one. Then we're going to use TVP again. TVP is going to give it that like ground beef texture in there. And then I usually only use like 2 of these, but since it's a high protein meal, I'm going to also add tempeh as well, which I just cut up and put in here. I'm going to put the ingredients on right now so you can see everything, but everything's pretty quick, and I'm just using ingredients that I think will go well in like a Mexican style dish. And oh, the most really important part is taco seasoning. If you want to save time, you can just buy pre-made packets of Mexican style like taco seasonings instead of going with the individual spices just to save more time. So anyways, let's do it. super high protein Mexican madness, I'm guessing I'm gonna call this. So I made burritos, taco shells, the meat, or the stuffing, I guess, whatever you want to call this, of the dish. Happy, how long did it take? Like
5 minutes.
Yeah, it took like 5 minutes. I just dumped in the ingredients and it heated up in like less than 5 minutes. It was really easy. After that, it's just preparing, you know, the way you like your burritos or tacos. Like, think about what you order at Chipotle, how you would do it. You got guac, you can do salsa. I put guac and sriracha on top. I put rice in there as well if you have that available. But yeah, any way you want to do your Mexican madness, go for it. It's really high in protein. And now for the taste test. What's your cue? Oh, hold on. Comment down below. I have a few things to comment down below. Are you team waffle, pancake, or French toast? Because I'm team waffle, obviously.
I couldn't decide.
You couldn't decide?
I couldn't decide.
You were between French toast?
I was between French toast and waffles.
Okay. I'm team waffle all the way. So let me know in the comments between those three. And are you team, is there another option?
Taco or burrito?
Taco, burrito, or quesadilla? No, just these two, right?
No.
So team taco or team burrito? I'm definitely team burrito.
Definitely.
I'll put some like taco shells in the burrito, but...
Really?
Future editing Kaye here. Actually, this week I tried tacos, and I'm actually team taco for this week. So sometimes I'm team burrito, sometimes I'm team taco. So, yeah.
It's good. It actually tastes like a burrito that you get at Chipotle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead and enjoy it. Alright, we got one more recipe coming up. It's a dessert style recipe, so I'm gonna let Happy finish, and we're gonna show you the last one.
You guys are gonna try this.
Yeah?
It's busting.
Alright guys, the last recipe I wanted to give you guys is something sweet. So this is going to be a protein brownie mug cake madness is the common theme in this video. But the main ingredient is going to be the protein powder. Like I said in the beginning, protein powder is not necessary, but it's very convenient. This meal literally takes less than 5 minutes. Like, it is so easy to follow. All you need is protein powder, some kind of brownie mix. I'm going to use this healthier one that's sugar-free, but any brownie mix you want to do, go for it. You're gonna need a microwave, some kind of bowl or mug. I put it in a mug because it's supposedly called a mug cake. I'm gonna put some cinnamon, baking powder, some kind of sweetener. So I'm gonna use maple syrup or sugar-free maple syrup and agave. But you can use maple syrup, any other. You can use sugar if you want, but that'll make it pretty unhealthy. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and some plant-based milk. So I'm gonna put the ingredients on the screen now, so you know, and basically you're just gonna put all these ingredients in this bowl, mix it up, microwave for like 3 minutes, and then we have some toppings as well that's gonna make it even more delicious. So let's do it. This is the consistency that you want. If it's not this consistency, you know, if it's too liquidy, put more powder, chocolate powder or protein powder. If it's too thick, then just add a little bit more milk or sweetener. Just gonna pop it in the microwave. Every minute, I will just keep checking it to see if it's ready or not. So, put it in here. 1 minute. And we're just gonna keep checking it every minute until it turns into a brownie. All right, it took about 5 minutes. I think it's ready. The way you know it's ready is you take a knife and then you insert it in and it comes out clean. That usually pretty much means it's ready. But as you can see, this is how it comes out. It's really, really hot, so you have to be very, very careful. For the toppings, you can pretty much do whatever you want. These are some of my own favorites. Like the healthier ones would be like cacao nibs. This is some sugar-free dark chocolate cereal. Got some whipped cream. This one is not healthy. This is agave and chocolate, and then we also have chocolate chips as well. So I'm gonna put in a little bit of everything, and then we're gonna have some taste test. Actually, first before we do this taste test, my brother just came in. Nico, you wanna taste test the taco or the burrito?
The taco.
Taco? All right, go for it.
Damn, it's really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're not just saying that because you're my brother.
No, I would tell you.
Yeah, we don't like each other that much. It has tempeh, textured vegetable protein, and kidney beans in there.
What are the macros?
I'll put it on screen right now, but I'll let you know.
Just magic appears.
I see it. The YouTube magic.
Comedy.
Boom. Look at that. Top it off. Oh, I wish I had a cherry. Cherry would have been perfect. Dang it. Next time though. Alright, and this is the mukbang. It is super hot, so also be very careful taking this out. But super high protein. It has a scoop of protein in here, so this has at least 20 to 30 grams of protein, and this is probably under 300 calories or so. So really nice snack to have if you were looking for a high protein snack. And now for the official taste test. My little brother and Happy. 5 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10.
Really? Dang, guys, Happy, how long did it take me to make that? To just mix it up?
Mix it up, 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then another 5 minutes or so in the microwave, and then just top it off with your favorite toppings, and then bam, you have an
This is better than like the non-vegan ones that I've tried.
Alright guys, and that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you try any of these recipes. I gotta toot my own horn, but I'm just a genius when it comes to the kitchen, and I just have a passion for making healthy food taste unhealthy. Like that's my goal, is make healthy food taste really good so you don't have to eat unhealthy food. I hope you guys learned something about protein. You don't need animal-based products for protein, and plant-based products can taste just as good and fill you up and all that good stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my food. Like the video if you liked it. It helps out my channel a lot. Comment down below if you're gonna try it, or if you did try it. Let me know. I really want to know your opinion. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I do Ninja Warrior training and plant-based nutrition videos weekly. I think that about covers it. Hard work over talent. Eat plants, smarter workouts. I'm out.
Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out, and my high parass. I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse, till the roof comes off, till the lights go